If you guys want to be with a chance to win an ELGATO Key Light Air, then we're running a giveaway right now. Be sure to click the link in the description box down below to enter. Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Borderlands 3, and today we've got quite a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. There was another Borderlands show that just finished streaming right now, and during that, as they always do, they speak about the current state of the game, some of the most recent stuff, and then they look to the future and talk about what's coming next. And during that, they spoke about and gave us a first look at the next Takedown, which is going to be coming at the beginning of June. They also then spoke about the next story DLC to follow on from the most recent one, dropping at the end of June. And they even gave us a concept art teaser for the following story DLC that will be dropping much later on after that one. So in today's video, I want to kind of wrap that all up, go over everything we currently have to speak about, share the kind of screenshots that were kind of officially shared by Gearbox, and go over everything you need to know. So if you do enjoy this, you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, if you are hyped for Borderlands and want to kind of stay up to date on all the latest stuff and the future content, then make sure you turn on those notifications so you don't miss our future videos. But let's start at the top, because the first thing they spoke about is the new Takedown. Of course, you guys should be familiar with the first one, the Takedown on Maliwan's Black Site. This new one is called Takedown at the Guardian Breach. To quote the official press release, this one says that the new Takedown will be an extreme challenge that scales to the number of players in your party, much like the first one, but it is still ultimately designed to push a full party of 4 leveled up Vault Hunters to the limit. Together, you'll undertake a reconnaissance mission to the planet Minos Prime to locate the source of a mysterious Guardian signal. Upon arrival, you'll be besieged by a sect of rogue Guardians who have irrevocably transformed Minos Prime. Along with new enemies, low gravity platforming sections, which by the way, sounds awesome. Anytime it's platforming, I just love it. I know, shooting is the crux of what you do in Borderlands. I love platforming, so low gravity platforming sounds awesome. But they said, along with new enemies, low gravity platforming sections, and environmental puzzles, you'll have to overcome both a mini-boss and a final boss encounter, similar to the structure of the first Takedown. And should you survive, you'll of course be rewarded with a host of new items, including themed weapons, gear, and collectible cosmetics. So that in itself is pretty awesome. There is of course this screenshot which is of one of the bosses. If the original Takedown was anything to go by, then this may well be the final boss, not the mini-boss, because one of the first pictures they shared from the original Takedown was of course of the final boss, the big mech with the shield around it. So, this is of course one of the things that we fight during the Takedown, but main thing worth noting is that of course if you have not been playing too much recently, then you might want to kind of jump back in. Don't forget there of course have been a couple of level increases, so you're at least going to want to make sure you are at the new level cap and ideally have farmed some new items, because if you have been kind of just jumping in and doing the story stuff, you may not necessarily have replaced all of your gear items with appropriate level stuff. So got a little while to kind of get ready for that one, because this drops on June the 4th. So, a couple of weeks to basically grind and get ready if you want to go in with the best chance to take on that new Takedown. However, in addition to that, they also spoke about the third campaign add-on. So far, we've of course had Moxxi's heist of the Handsome Jackpot and Guns, Love and Tentacles. And the third one is called Bounty of Blood, a Fistful of Redemption. In the background, there are some screenshots scrolling through, and honestly, looks really cool. It's got that sort of Western theme to it. What I really like, this screenshot specifically, do you guys remember a film called Shanghai Nights, which was that sort of, martial arts film with Jackie Chan and I can't remember the other guy, but it was set in the Western time, but obviously there was martial arts. This specific screenshot gives me those sort of Shanghai Nights vibes, so if there's any of that, that'd be kind of cool. But basically, it's a Western themed one, so obviously you've got that to look forward to. That of course means a new area to explore, a new setting, and of course, more gear, stuff like that. However, rather interestingly, this one has some other exciting things to look forward to. They said, much like all the other add-ons, you will still get, your new weapons, your new cosmetic, things like that. However, they said that this time around, unlike the previous add-ons, here your Vault Hunter will interact with an entirely new cast of characters as an unseen narrator commentates your adventure, which sounds really cool. I mean, that kind of reminds me almost of, say, the Tiny Tina DLC in Borderlands 2, the way that she kind of narrated that whole D&D section. I know there were still some familiar faces there, but the idea of having like completely new cast and a narrator, kind of taking us through this experience, that's really to make for some fun gameplay. But on top of that, you'll travel to a harsh desert planet of Gehenna to claim a bounty on the Devil Riders, a vicious gang of bandits that's been terrorizing the small town of Vestige. Along with this, you'll run into two fresh faces like Rose, a warrior who's adept with a pistol and katana alike, and Juno, a rough and tumble brawler with a checkered past. Your actions here will of course have a direct impact on the Vestige and its denizens as you help to build the town back up through story missions and crew challenges alike. But they said that on top of obviously, new cast, new characters, new location, they said Bounty of Blood also features several gameplay additions like a customizable Jet Beast hoverbike that allow you to traverse the open plains quickly, and this can be outfitted with things like dual machine guns and mortar weapons. And they also have 4 brand new interactive objects that will aid you in combat and exploration. You have the examples being the Traitor Weed, which can temporarily turn enemies into allies when shot. You also have the Breeze Bloom, which will boost your Vault Hunter to great heights so that you can reach otherwise out of reach areas. And of course, they said there will still be lots of loot and lots of stuff to chase after, and lots of Western themed weaponry to kind of match the theme of the update. So that is very, very exciting. Super enjoying that. Honestly, I've been enjoying like all the story DLCs. I think they're kind of paced quite well. I mean, the fact that you kind of jump in, they're not hugely long, but they're kind of, long enough to be able to jump in, have some fun, explore some new areas, check out some new characters, get some new gear. Honestly, I've just been enjoying the kind of, semi-regular check back in every time like a new DLC drops, and just kind of been able to explore those new areas. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's going to be fun. But on top of that, they also gave us a quick tease on the next story update, the 4th add-on, which will of course be much later on. And for that one, they just gave us a look at a concept art piece. Now, this one in itself looks kind of wild. I'm loving the like aesthetic of it. The fact that the whole world looks like it's kind of tipped upside down. There's sort of moving and floating areas. I don't know whether this indicates some kind of multiple dimension thing. However, the most important thing is right at the center, I could be mistaken, but that looks remarkably like Krieg, at least with the kind of side face mask. So whether we'll see him coming back in the next one, obviously, not necessarily playable because Gearbox have said they don't intend to add additional playable Vault Hunters, but if he comes back, much like we saw kind of Gage return in the previous one, if Krieg comes back as well, that could be pretty spectacular. But if you guys have got any ideas yourself, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think this image means? What do you think this potential kind of multiple dimension thing means? Or have you got like a completely other idea yourself? Either way, let me know your theories down below. But for the time being, that's pretty much it. So you have the next takedown on June 4th, and we have the story DLC coming on June the 25th. So those are the dates to mark in your calendar. Again, you might want to grind up and make sure you're ready for that takedown, but otherwise, that is pretty much it. So be sure to keep it locked because as and when the updates go live, as and when the content goes live, we'll be diving in as we always do and give you guys a look at all the new stuff. But for the time being, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.